This is the story of a boy who was born with nothing, but refused to stay with nothing. Rahul was born in a small village where dreams were a luxury and survival was the only priority. His house was made of mud, and during the monsoon, rain would leak through the roof. Most days began with uncertainty about food, money, and stability. His father worked as a daily laborer, sometimes on farms and sometimes at construction sites. His mother cleaned other people's houses just to keep the family alive. Rahul grew up hearing one thing again and again, that there is no money, no guidance, only the constant reality of poverty. There were many days when he was sent out of class because his school fees had not been paid. Standing outside the classroom, he felt embarrassed and helpless, while something quietly changed inside him. He made a silent promise to himself that one day he would change his life completely. At the age of 14, Rahul started working part-time at a small shop after school. His daily routine became extremely difficult. He would go to school in the morning, work in the evening, and study late into the night. While other children rested and played, Rahul kept pushing himself even when he was exhausted. Many times he fell asleep while studying, his face resting on his notebook. But he never stopped. Giving up was not an option for him because he knew he could not afford to fail. When his friends told him to accept life as it was, Rahul would quietly say that if this was life, then he would build a different one. Everything changed the day he overheard customers at the shop talking about land and property. They were saying that they had bought land cheaply and that its value had doubled. That one conversation stayed in his mind for a long time. For the first time, he started wondering how land could create wealth and how people were making money through real estate. That curiosity changed the direction of his life. He began reading old newspapers, watching educational videos whenever he could, and slowly learning about land values, property trends, and the real estate market. He had no money to invest at that time, but he had something more powerful: curiosity and patience. After years of saving every possible rupee, Rahul finally made his first investment. It was a small piece of land in a developing area. People around him laughed at his decision, saying that he did not even have proper clothes, so what was he doing buying land? But Rahul was not trying to impress anyone. He was not just buying land, he was buying belief in his future. Years passed, and development slowly reached that area. Roads were built, and the value of the land increased. For the first time in his life, Rahul saw that his decision had worked. He sold the land and made a small profit. It was not a huge amount, but it changed everything for him internally. It proved that he was capable of making the right decisions. From that moment on, he started reinvesting everything he earned. He did not spend money on luxury or showmanship. Instead, he focused on learning. He studied which areas were developing, how infrastructure affected property prices, and how real estate markets actually worked. He also faced failures. One of his investments went wrong, and his money got stuck for months. It was a very stressful period, and doubts started creeping in. But even then, he did not quit. He told himself that losing money was not failure, but giving up would be. Slowly, his understanding of the market grew stronger. He started building connections, helping people find land opportunities, and getting involved in small real estate deals. He was no longer just an observer. He had become part of the system. Then came the turning point. He got an opportunity to work with a small real estate developer who needed someone with local understanding and ground-level knowledge. Rahul did not have a big name or a wealthy background, but he had earned something far more valuable: trust and experience. From there, his journey accelerated. He began connecting investors with property opportunities, managing deals, and building a strong network in the real estate world. His role kept growing, and so did his confidence. Years passed, and Rahul transformed completely. The boy who had once stood outside classrooms because he could not pay his fees had now built a real estate business. He owned properties, managed deals, and worked with serious investors. He was successful, but more importantly, he was respected. Even after achieving success, he never forgot where he came from. He often said that his biggest strength was never money, it was his struggle. Eventually, he built a school in his village, the same place where he had once struggled to pay his fees. This time, no child would be sent outside a classroom because of money. When someone once asked him how he had gone from having nothing to becoming a successful real estate owner, he simply said that he had not changed overnight. He had changed every single day. He had used every struggle as fuel, every failure as a lesson, and every small victory as motivation to keep moving forward. He ended with one simple truth. Success is not about where you start. It is about refusing to stop. And that was Rahul's journey, from poverty to becoming a successful real estate owner. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring English stories. Thank you for watching, and keep learning English with us. See you in the next story.